overall, we are seeing confidence levels remain fairly high in the construction industry. In terms of revenue forecasts, almost 2/3 of respondents expect increased turnover by more than 10% in the coming 12 months. I think this probably represents a level of cautious optimism in that a lot of companies and individuals have seen significant growth, hopefully over the last 12 or 24 months, and their forecasts for the coming 12 months are probably an effort to consolidate that growth and look to enjoy more modest double-digit growth for the following 12 months. The survey did, and we specifically asked people for their views in terms of identifying challenges within the construction industry. And one message which came back loud and clear was there is a skills gap or a skills shortage. 2 in 3 participants are experiencing difficulty in recruiting individuals with specific construction skills, which is very significantly up on last year. And if we stand back from that and say, how did we get here? It's probably a combination of factors. It's one, qualified people, construction people have left Ireland over the past decade, and a lot of them haven't come back. Many have reskilled into other industries when they found themselves out of work. And lastly, the supply of people into the construction industry, the level of apprenticeships or college-related engineering courses has been in decline for the last decade. And the final area we sought people's views on was housing, and I think it's fair to say housing has probably gone from a national issue to now being an international issue, with many US companies with operations in Ireland expressing their concerns over the provision of suitable housing for their employees. As part of the survey, we asked participants to identify what they perceive as potential solutions to the issue, and some of the solutions were: 1, a state housing bank, and the idea being somebody to provide affordable construction finance and mortgages. 2, planning reform. Again, a lot of frustration around the delays and uncertainty around the current planning process. And interestingly, this is included as a 100-day action in the recently published Programme for Government in what they described as a root and branch review of the current planning system. And the last one is the central bank mortgage limits. I think we all understand what those limits are trying to achieve. I think there's probably consensus that they're probably a little bit too rigid in how they're actually applying the rules. And again, the Programme for Government has announced that it does intend to re-engage with the central bank on those limits, which I think is a very positive signal.